Yo, what's up, family? So I just want to go ahead and go over my winning trade today on USOil counter trend short idea I had. So we're gonna start off on the daily time frame. I'm starting off with this green line. It's the anchor VWAP that I have set at the beginning of this month. So with this, I'm actually using this as my bias. Like I'm using how price action is moving as my bias. So today I naturally be looking for long entries, but this black anchor VWAP that I have set is what gives me kind of like my ceiling or like my limit to if I wanted to be in this trade or not. So I'm looking at price action on a daily time frame and I can see that it's already hit this. So I'm thinking that I could get in for shorts today. I dropped down to the 15 minute, and what kind of confirms it for me is this 15 minute bullish, not bullish, but bearish divergence. Price action is going higher, and on the RSI, I'm getting lower highs. The second thing that I'm looking for as an added confluence or added probability is when the Asian range breaks this structural point, which tells me that price action could move lower. So as soon as price action comes up to the anchor VWAP that I have set at the beginning of the day, at this point is when I drop down to the 1 minute and I'm actively looking for entries. The third main thing that's, I guess, a major point for me is not trading before news. I would rather trade after news because generally what news reports do, they add unnecessary volatility into the market. So rather than trying to get into a position, place a stop loss, do all this added, you know, stuff that I'll have to do that's very stress inducing, I'd rather just wait until after high impact news, price action readjusts itself, and I'm actually able to get into a position. So now I'm down on the 1 minute. And the main thing that I'm looking for at this point is 1 minute divergence, which I get here. Price action is going higher, and then on the RSI on the 1 minute, I'm getting lower highs. The next main thing that I'm really looking for is for price action itself to push lower, like an impulse move going lower. That's more of a confirmation as far as looking at price action itself to see where it's actually going. If it's confirming my bias and all of my different added probabilities. The next thing that I'm using, like I said, the swing points indicator. I'm looking for a lower low, for price action to create some type of consolidation, and then for price action to then break that consolidation. Let me turn this back off again. So I'm looking for a lower low for price action to make an attempt higher to create some amount of consolidation and then break this lower low. And then on the entry or the close of this candle is typically where I'm trying to get into my entries at. So as I said in my Instagram post, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I didn't really get in the entry right at the end of the candle because the 1 minute moves so quickly, it'll either push a little bit further into the direction that you're trying to trade or it'll retrace a little bit. So I got a little lucky towards the end, around like 2 or 1 seconds towards the candle was actually closing, and I was actually able to get into my entry. I'm setting my stop loss at the highest most point of this consolidation, and simple enough, I'm just looking for 1R. I'm in the trade, I'm out the trade. But an added thing that I'm doing as I'm building my statistics is, what could have I done better with this trade? Is, I know as being a trader over for about like 2-3 years, actively trading in this market, 1R has always been my thing. But an added question or a thing on my end that I typically always ask myself from my previous mentor over at ASFX Austin, what could I have done better with this trade? Did I do all the right things? Did I follow all of my rules? Of course I did. But at this point, once you become a seasoned trader, you become a little bit more adept in the markets. What you kind of want to start leaning more into is, could you have made more money off of this trade? And clearly, as I'm looking at this, it moves lower. We pretty much get 4R on this trade. So would it have been better for me to leave a small piece of this trade going? Do I piece out a lower percentage at 1R to kind of leave a bigger chunk to still go? As far as I'm concerned, I'm staying profitable by getting out at 1R. But maybe in the future, as I build the statistics a little bit more, and I can see that I can be profitable from these counter trend trades over a period of time, I might leave a small piece in and allow it to continue to go down. But that's the main thing, is just like nobody actually knows where price action is going. It's just all estimated guessing. But it becomes a strategy once you back test it and you can see the numbers, you can see the percentages, you see the statistics. Jesus. But that's the main thing for today. And hope you guys have a good weekend.